Well, ahead of tomorrow's City Council meeting, the City of Wichita Falls will look into approving programs and expenditures for the Wichita Falls Economic Development Corporation.
Yeah, it's a move that could in turn see the Land O'Lakes Company operating under the subsidiary Winfield, double its workforce, and also build a new facility.
There's a project on the horizon that the Wichita Falls Economic Development Corporation anticipates seeing grow into a new facility.
And so for this particular project, Wichita Falls came out on top.
With a potential amendment to the budget of $1.248 million during a city council meeting that would see Land O'Lakes Incorporated double their workforce from 8 to 16 and expand their space.
So about double the payroll, up to nearly $1 million a year in annual payroll. And they would build a 100,000 square foot building in the Wichita Falls Business Park. And so it would be the first new construction out of the business park in quite some time. We've been putting some infrastructure improvements out there to help get it ready for prospects, and so it's finally starting to pay off.
Something that President and CEO of the Wichita Falls Chamber of Commerce, Henry Florsham, says is a sign in the right direction for the entire city.
If you don't have the workforce, a company's not going to be successful in your town. And so they look at a city as the product now, and we've got to have a city that is attractive to people, that people want to stay in and people want to move to. And if we do, the companies will come, because nowadays they go where the workforce is. And
will benefit many, from those added jobs to helping out some local businesses in the process too.
It's not just about the jobs. It's about a brand new building that's going to cost, over $10 million to construct, and the fact that we'll have some local subcontractors involved in that, and they'll be buying materials locally like you do for construction projects. So this is just another piece that's going to put money into the pockets of some local business owners as they do business with the people building this building.
Well, that was Zach Verdia reporting. Now, most probably hear the Land O'Lakes name and immediately think butter, but the company runs Winfield, which provides farmers with agriculture solutions, products, and services to help them make right decisions from planting through harvest. Again, that almost $1.25 million budget amendment needs City Council approval. That meeting starts tomorrow morning at 8:30.